Here we go. J-Mag on the top spot. Watch the lights at the top. They'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 red. Then it'll be a green light. 3, 2, 1. Green racing at the Nurburgring. It's Spec 1 in 6th place. Watch him in the Viper. Tisto again cuts across. Not surprising because that's worked for him this time. I'm not calling a red this time, guys, so be patient. Love Juice did bump Marcus there a little bit, and Lightspeed gets caught up in it as Marcus gets pushed in forward. Catch said he is struggling to readjust to the physics of GT Sport after spending so much time on ECC. Don't know why he's wasting his time on the PS4 version, but there you go. Oh, we've had a big accident with Love Juice there. He was just spinning around Marcus once again. Let's go back to the start and have a look. So as we go around, Love Juice in 12th place. Did somebody get out of order here? Love Juice on. Oh, that was weird. Marcus in the GTR. Love Juice is out wide. Oh, he's just come in and he's hit Marcus. Oh, Nautista's had a bit of a wild spin as well. That was not planned. So Marcus down in 13th place all the way at the back of the field, has a lot of working to do. And Cards fan at the front though, he is loving this in the AMG. It is DNA Jeeves. I can't call a red again, bro. Cannot call a red again. I've had 2 reds. The rule's the 2, and that is it. Dunskies. Jeeves in 3rd place, and then it is Tisto there in 4th, who cut across in front of... Where's that man? Spec 1. He hasn't managed to pull up. Spec 1 has chosen a new tyre. Manufacturer for this round, and that means he is stuck with this car for the rest of the competition. Josh, you missed a little bit. Missed 2 restarts, bro, so we're on the first lap. But it's pretty close up the front now. Cards fan just pulling away from the rest of the field. The gap, 1.3 seconds. It's J-Mag there in 2nd, and he's looking good in the Vet. I'm pretty sure J-Mag chose a Vet as well. A few of the guys in the Corvettes have also changed their manufacturer along with Spec 1. There is Tremblay in 7th place. He's just got Catch holding off. No, I did give Catch a hard time for ACC, but you know, at least there's a proper sitting now on the console, and I think that's going to be like that for a long time, because Project Cars 3 definitely isn't a sim for you console guys. It is a shame, but that's what it's going to be. Now Catch just getting caught up there. Lightspeed tries to get through, but you know, the pushing and prodding not really working out here at the moment. Catch has had to adjust. Getting the car, the M6 Walkenhorst. It's a home race for Catch in that car, but will it be a race to remember? Lightspeed there in 9th place, also at his home track. Love Juice, he's up in a 10th right now. We saw him in that earlier incident. Let's have a quick look. He's minding his own business. Just got the back end out. God, that's harsh, isn't it? Because Marcus really didn't do anything wrong. Anyway, Love Juice is in 10th place, and he's now a full-time driver. So welcome. There's Cards Fan, still winning. 1 second now. The gap is under a second. I know the slipstream has changed slightly. At the back of J-Mag, you can see there's some competition for that slipstream. Look at this. Look at this. Downhill braking. Oh. That was MSP from Rockefeller Racing. He tried to get around the outside. Did not work. Let it rip, Taylor Chip in the 4 GT. Still wonders for him right now. Jeeves, though, he's got a big task on his hand. The pressure cooker building up. Let's see what's in store for him in this race. Cards fan, though, also has to think tactically. This is Spec 1 on board. He's just in behind Tisto. He's about 4 back from MSP. No, sorry, not MSP. Jeeves from DNA in that 4GT, who is doing a spectacular job. Coming up now to the Schumacher S's. Tisto gets a little bit of a push along in the V-dub. It's been pretty good racing so far in the first division. Hasn't been any crazy moves, but close racing nonetheless, and it's good to see. Chris, I am good. How is everybody else? Thank you very much, Chris, for liking the stream. Eric for liking the stream. I don't know why the alerts aren't coming up, guys. I do apologise for that. But there's not much I can do about it when it doesn't work. I tested it beforehand, guys. Tested it and everything. Look, watch this. It was working before. I don't know, there must be like a backlog or something. I don't know. The API, they like to call it. So screw you, Streamlabs. Going to Stream Elements next week. Here we go. Here we go, MSP. He did have a shot at 3rd place last lap. This time round, again, doesn't quite get close. The brakes glow red hot as he has to pull the car up coming downhill. Jeeves, though, seems to be in control of this situation and totally in control of everything that's happening. MSP in that Supra. 156 last lap from him. Let's see what Jeeves was doing. 156.4, so very similar, not surprising. This is J-Mag, and he's also trying to put the hammer and tongs on Cards Fan. Cards Fan did have a much bigger gap at the start, but the vet now coming alive here on lap number 4. Can't be doing too many of the running wide and let the AMG disappear, because it will just not work. I'm doing well though, Chris. MSP again searching for that 3rd place. He might be able to get it on the exit. This is a big battle. We have to keep a good close eye on now. Here we go. Oh, it's just, you can't find room. And Jeeves is doing a great job of blocking the run. Maybe not so here. This could be it for MSP. It is 3rd place. 3 lights go on the side of the GT3. And that means he's in 3rd place. That's usually a GTE thing, but we'll let them have it in GT3 as well. All right, coming up now to lap number 5. At the front, it is still Cards Fan. The gap 2:10. So you can see just sitting in behind him is J-Mag, and he's going to go for the lead of the race here on lap number 5. Inside line from J-Mag, almost. Well, he gets his elbows out, and Cards Fan didn't have anything. Just took one to the face, run off, and he's come back, and he said, "What was that for?" Anyway, we'll get back to the racing now. They'll clean it up a little bit. But great pass from MSP, you're not wrong, Vegas. And it's now Jeeves' job to try and hold off 2 very fast drivers in behind. Their names are Tisto and Spec 1. Spec 1 has been looking for a way through, but Tisto has been superb all race so far. It's only been 5 laps, but it's been a superlative 5. Let's see if he can make that 6 times. Does that at least get us to lap 30? And then it's just the one extra regulation lap 4. Tisto to do, but he's going to want to be doing a little bit better than 5th place. I know he's doing well though, but with such fast competition around him and having to defend, will slow him down. So his task now will be to get around Jeeves ASAP. As soon as he can do that, he can get on with the task at hand, which is then to catch 3rd place MSP, who looks to be now right up on the anchors of Cards Fan. So Cards Fan in that AMG could be moving backwards. We've got to check the tyres. We've got to check the tyres. It's mediums from J-Mag, and he's coming in, no surprise there. MSP goes on the softs. It was mediums as well for Jeeves. It was also mediums for light speeders coming in. Catch comes in, he was on the mediums too. Here we go, we've got another driver in on the hards. Judoka was on the hards at the very, very start. The rest of the drivers seem to be on the more favoured soft. Specs moved to 7th after Neen Tisto. And Jeeves stayed ahead of him. MSP's winning. There's John. He's on the medium tyre. So he's got an extra lap. That's an interesting decision from John. And this is just coming out. J-Mag on hards now. Cards fan on softs. So Cards fan really needs to get a move on, because if he can't get past J-Mag, he's going to be slowed down and pushed into the slower cars in behind him. Cards fan next to Jay on those hard tyres, but it's the extra grip and extra performance that Cards fan can just eke out of his AMG and those grippy rubber boots that he's got on. He's up in the 3rd. Forgot to check tyres. Can't believe that. There is some good action through the field today. 0. I'm just waiting to see now when the soft tyre runners pit. Mr. Captain Keno, it's been so long. How are you? It's good to have you back, actually, Keno. It's good to have you back. So it's been far too long since I've seen your name come up. But yes, you're right. It was last week, Monday. All the F1 events at the moment are they're on break right now. So we've only got the SFR GT Challenge at the moment. That's your only action that's happening this week. So John goes in after 6 laps. That could hurt him later on. He's now inside the pit lane, getting rid of the medium tyres. The race sorts itself out. It was a 7-lap stint. Let's see, because MSP on the softs. I don't know, 7 laps. That's not. Well, you know, the tyres are there. New softs for Cards fan. Let's get a look at the gap. The gap's about 4.9. So this is going to be very interesting to see just how far back MSP goes, or how far forward MSP can go. But yeah, you're right. You could be 7 laps, man. Because look at the difference in time between Cards fan and MSP. He's already gained 5/10 just in the time we've watched. So it is really, really on for MSP now. He really needs to put the pedal to the metal and start building a gap, trying to hold it. Jeeves up into 3rd, and he'll be up into 2nd place. Then Tisto just outside top podium spot now. As you can see, one light on the side of MSP's car. That means he's in 1st place. Again, it's a GTE thing, but we'll give it to the GT. I'm being an absolute bastard today. Just saying what I want to say. Unfiltered. Don't care if people hate it. Just going to say it. No, I don't know what it is. I've just seen a lot of people upset with GT Sport lately, with the penalty system especially, and it's sad to see, because I got so much enjoyment out of this game early on, but I just don't get it anymore. All right, 7 laps. You're on the money, Josh. So MSP goes in. Cards fan goes through. Where does MSP filter back in and out of this one? We're waiting. He's in and out. It's a quick pit stop here. There's Cards fan. Where is MSP? I think he's in 4th place. Jesus, that's a good run from MSP. I think he lost a spot overall, but with the drivers ahead of him on a different run now, this is going to be an interesting strategic run from the rest of the field. Spec 1's there in 5th place. There is John. And look at that, he's got some good drivers just in behind him, so Tremblay doing the work. J-Mac, 7th. Given chase. And Catch is just holding 8th. I think he was 8th position. Catch from Rockefeller Racing. His light speed's stuck at 1.9. Very interesting. What do I get up to Wednesday nights? Absolutely nothing at the moment, Keno. I don't know what it is at the moment. Could be the colder weather. But I'll tell you what, I've had zero energy as of late to do anything. Oh, J-Mag in catch though. These guys getting the wrestles on. Light Speed saw an opportunity. Almost managed to sneak his way through. Catch saw the opportunity, closed the door on him, and said, "You're going to have to try again another lap, buddy." And J-Mag, though, he's adapted and he's adjusting to the situation well. He's holding 7th as much as 8th place Catch wants to get through. We'll have to talk to me in the DMs, Keenan, but it depends when what time everything's on as well, bro. Give me the information either in the Discord or DM me wherever, and we'll get back to you. Yeah, we'll depend on times. Catch. Look at this. We've got a good little battle here. Okay, Catch is now 7th place. I just realised that. J-Mag's fallen down. One more. Oh, J-Mag, Light Speed, sneaks his way through. We'll have to get a replay of that. Here we go. This is what happened. J-Mag goes wide. Light Speed goes the shorter route. Oh, did he give a little bump? Contentious. There's a bit of a street fight happening. J-Mag now could be on some really slow tyres. Let's have a look. He's on hards. So that's probably why the two ahead of him wanted to get through. And that's why Catch wanted to get through. He's on softs. Softs for John. Spec 1, softs. MSP softs. Nintendo soft. Jeeves soft. The race leader. Hards for Love Juice, and Marcus, who was rudely pitted, turned around, crashed at the start. And then Formula, we lost Formula. He was stuck, but rules, and I can't call another red. At least I hope I remember the rules right, otherwise I've annoyed Formula today. Anyway, back up the front, it is still Carnes fan from Jeeves and Neen Tisto looking for his way through now. John's doing a fantastic job. He's there in 6th place. Here we go. Oh, he's got Spec 1 up on his outside. He's just jumped the apex slightly, and John falls down to 6th place. It's not the end of the world for John, but he will want to do about it. Let's have a look. 6th there. Oh, it was a big dive from John. He pulled the car up miraculously. Got to give him that. And I think that's what the old indicators was there for. Was my bad. Didn't expect to go so fast. So John down into 6th again. Thank you, John, Gene, Francis, Marcotte just followed. You're supposed to get a nice bloody alert that says you've just followed us. I paid good money for those alerts, and they're not popping up. So I don't know who has to apologise to who here. Me to you, or whoever I bought the bloody Streamlabs have to apologise to me, I think. Saying that, I didn't buy the alerts off Streamlabs. Streamlabs just makes them work. This is why I'm learning coding. Because I'm sick of people. I'm sick of relying on other people's code. It's just clearly not working for me. Spec 1. Here we go. Look at that pace this man's got. GTCQ John, the Canadian, flying past the Viper. And Spec 1 from Rockefeller will duck back in behind. And John will get on and do one more lap now. Lap number 10. We're coming up to lap 11. I've probably been to French Canada. Where was I? Where did I go? Where was I? submarine base, wherever I was. Canadian submarine base. There's a really good overtake happening on screen, but I'm like trying to remember where look at this! Look at Name Tisto and Jeeves! Those boys, they almost caused a big accident for themselves. Banging! I'll have another quick look at it later. No, Algonquin was a ship. I cannot remember where I went. Jeeves though. Toronto wasn't too far. I don't know where it was. Robert can't put the effort in this week. I stole his ACC. Good. I can't believe that I've forgotten where I was. This is going to annoy me for the rest of the race. We're only on lap 11, guys. So we've got this times 2 to happen again. But I've forgotten where I went. Oh, this is so frustrating. MSP falling down a little bit. Oh, he's gone to third now because Jeeves is coming in. His team is ready. Look how quick this pit stop is. Jeeves on track before. This is Tisto. This is the crashing and the banging. Jeeves got away with that one. So he's back on track now, just in behind John, who's up to 4th. And John really driving out of his skin today. Can't fan up there in first place. Let's have a quick look through the field and get one update on the positions. Then it's Tisto and MSP with the 3 lights. And then it's John. And then Jeevesy catches 6th place. Spec 1. Just in behind him there. Lightspeed and Autista. Haven't seen much from Autista today, unfortunately, but he's stuck. Maybe his qualifying didn't help him. Yeah, it's just weird to see Autista down the line. But anyway, working hard. Hardly working. J-Mag there in 10th. Trudoka. There's Marcus, he's just up to 12th. Love Juice to 13th. He lost formula because he was stuck. Sorry, bro, about that, but unfortunately. Here we go. Neem Tisto, though. He's chasing Cards Fan, using every cylinder available in the engine, and just didn't quite have the legs to get past Cards Fan this time through. Neem Tisto will work again, follows him into the pit lane. We're going to have a new race leader. It will be MSP. God, I'm yawning a lot today. Ow, I just punched my steering wheel. Taking my jumper off. No, I don't know. Do you guys yawn when you get yawn? Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe I need to cool down and just chill. Oh, Jeeves and John and Cards Fan. This is going to be interesting now because we're just waiting to see how this plays out for some of our drivers. Soft tyres are starting to wear away, but I can tell you, John is on a different rotation. Oh, Cards Fan up the inside. Says thank you. I'll take that spot. It's a quick move from Cards Fan. Check this out. On the replay, he just saw the open door, took the opportunity, and just dab of the brakes a little bit later. He has got fresher tyres too, but good move. Now he's chasing Jeeves. So it's really been a fight for the top 3 today. I think we're going to go all the way to the end. This could be an interesting one. liking the stream. Good 9 minutes ago, but thank you very much, Axel. Trying to get the alerts working and it just doesn't want to work. So, as expected, John's in. He's on soft tyres at the moment. He's going to have to go a hard or medium here. I can't remember which one. He's got another soft. All right. So John's on the attack. He's going to come out just in behind Spec 1 there. Oh, MSP got the squiggles on. Using a very wide entry exit. Where did he get the... Oh, just on the exit there. It's easy to do, especially on this wet, dark track. MSP though, look at that one light. It means he's up in the first place. No need to look at the board on the left-hand side. The gap's only 3.5 this time. He needs to build that up to about just over 4 or 5 seconds. And he would have made some time. But if Jeeves can pull him in, he's going to lose. He's going to lose time. Cards fan though, also on the sprint and chasing Jeepsy, 9/10 ahead of him, up through the Schumacher S's. There you go, Nintisto in close proximity, looking for a way through. Still not close enough yet to Cards fan to do much. I've still forgotten where I went overseas. I don't know if anyone else can say that. I feel like I'm the only one. I'm not even that old. I'm 31 this year, so maybe I'm starting to forget things. Spec 1 gets through. John chases. MSP's in the pit lane. Let's see where he comes out. Busy short pit lane though here at the Nurburgring for the drivers. Back out in 4th. Stays ahead of Spec 1 this time. He's on mediums. Let's get a bit of a tyre update. So Jeeves jumps to the front of the pack on the softs. Cards fan in behind on softs. Nintisto softs, mediums, MSP. Softs. John also on the soft tyre. J-Mag in the same. Catch is the same. Bautista also on the aggressive softs, light speed. Judoka the same. Everybody soft tyre. Marcus soft. And that's it. That's everyone. So Jeeves leads us. It's now the fight between these two. And also 4th and 5th. Sorry, 5th and 6th as John has just about found the legs to get past Spec 1. But the Viper, changing down gears, has still got the edge. And there is J-Mag in the Corvette. He's come out of nowhere. And John, oh, look at that. There wasn't any room for John to make a mistake. Thank you, Cody, for sharing the stream. I saw that alert pop up. It's just excellent. That is slow. Because the browser source worked. I don't know. I'm sure. Who else? I don't think. I think I'm one of a few people that uses XSplit and pays for it. So, but I did buy XSplit many years ago on a lifetime subscription. We've lost Love Juice. Love Juice is out of the race. We've lost Judoka too. Big protest from the DNA boys. I don't know what's going on there. So Autista's there in 8th place. This is Spec 1. Lightspeed. Let's see what Lightspeed does. Lightspeed's fighting on, fighting hard. Don't know what's going on there with those two guys. It's a bit of a shame to lose them, because we've already lost formula because of the stuck. Lightspeed is chasing down 9th place. Ahead of him, which is Spec. But the AMG driver at the moment, there's not much around it. Marcus is there in 11th. Down to 11. So we're about halfway through the race. Thank you, Stevie Bellavance, for liking the stream. Oh, it's good to see it working. There's Nitisto and a Cards fan. Here we go. We've got some really good action here at the front three. And MSP, you can see just in the distance there. So Jeeves has managed to get just a little bit of an edge. Cards fan at this stage. It could be Arthur, it probably is. The way things are going with GT Sport at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if crazy things like that. So, Stoker and Doctor are still racing, which is good. I'd really like to know why that happens. But, yeah, I can see that happening. I can see that happening. It's not, I've heard of this before, so I've just never actually seen it happen. So there you go. It just means my replay, I'm not going to get them, which is a shame, because if they do any crazy stuff, it also means it wrecks our positions a little bit. An old issue with GT. Gran Turismo was in Gran Turismo since Gran Turismo 6, Gran Turismo 5, Gran Turismo 4, or just GT Sport? So Cards fan still chasing Jeeves down here at the moment, and Nintisto doing the same here on Cards fan, but I'm not sure if they are going to be able to do much. They can see the other races. I think they can see the other races. Since GT5, wow. Well, they really need to fix that. Have they ever explained why that happens? I doubt that, because Polyphony Vision are just, they're the worst. They're so bad sometimes, Polyphony. So good and others, so bad at others. GT5, that's a long time ago. Jeeves is actually the leader. Cardsman is second and Nitisto is third. And MSP is fourth. So nothing changes here. It's catching Autista though. Autista's starting to move his way forward. Autista's in the RCZ. I can't remember if Autista's changed his car or not. I don't think he has, but definitely know they've been working on a new livery. The RCZ, the Peugeot now. Glaring yellow day glow lights now light up the back of Catch's Beamer. But is there much Catch can do? Or is it all just going to be a formality for Autista? Oh, you almost tagged him there. Yeah, I didn't think so, Arthur. Now Spec 1 has arrived on scene to sort of heat things up a little bit. So this is an interesting trio that's about to sort itself out on track on lap 18 of 31. This is where the strategy really starts to come to its own and make its own storyline here in this race. And the fact we're missing 2 drivers that are still racing is a bit of a shame. Just gives a slight touch to Catch, so Catch gets a little bit of a boost out of it. That has... Now I'm gonna be. I know we all like GT Sport, but that's what I hate about GT. Is the crash physics like that. Don't like the way it boosts the other car. But anyway, Spec 1 now side by side with Autista, and it looks like the Viper just has the extra pace, the extra legs over the RCZ, and the Peugeot is just left standing alone in 8th now. He's going to try getting back through the corners here at the Nurburgring, but that Viper is in a class of its own now. He should be able to work on gaining some positions quickly before J-Mag arrives, because J-Mag's just there in 9th. And I'm sure there are 2 DNA drivers who are sitting in the middle of these 2 that we can't see, which sort of upsets the flow of everything. But anyway, Jeeves still holds out first place. Jeeves in the Ford GT's doing a spectacular job. Cards fan, 4th place. Sorry, 2nd place. 4 tenths behind is Neen Tisto. Look at the slide on there. He's coming across into the pit lane. Here we go. They've all come in. So that was about 7 laps. Will someone take fuel this time? Not surprising. They've both taken fuel. Spec 1's come through. Carnes fans come out just ahead. Neen Tisto, though, he's going to somehow steal that inside line from Cards. Jeez, that was tight. Jeeves looks like he didn't take fuel. He is a mile ahead at the minute. He's 3.4 seconds now. With these 2 fighting it, well, Carnes fans got the edge. That could be because of tyre strategy. Let's have a look. It is. Neen Tisto's on the hards. MSP's on the hards. J-Mag. He's on the soft. He's up to 4th place in the Corvette. Spec 1. He's on the softs. He's going to come through past his teammate. I'm sure MSP will let that happen. No point slowing down your teammate who's on a quicker tyre right now. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they're working together or they're still just in competition mode. The green machines smash the brakes. You can see Spec 1 wants to get through, doesn't he? Well, there we go. The job has been made easy by MSP, but Spec 1 still had to do a little bit of extra work, but he's done it now, and he can use his soft tyres to catch J-Mag and Neen Tisto, who are just ahead of him. His last lap, 1:5.66. Let's see how much that slowed him down this lap. 5.73. It was almost a second that lap. About 8 tenths. So Spec 1 has got some time to make up. Jeevesy in first place. He's got 2.5 seconds over Cards. And This is it. J-Mag gets around the outside of Dean Tisto. And on the Corvette is hooked up. It's moving like a rocket. There was not much Dean Tisto could do there. Never really is. Look how far back he was through here. Just look at the exit he got. Dean Tisto was so surprised. I think he was a little bit shocked at the pace J-Mag got out the stadium section. That's where the overtake was made, and yeah, it was almost a second ahead. Those soft tyres are a lot quicker at the moment. Dean Tisto will know that, and he'll be waiting to count down those 5 mandatory laps on the harder mediums. Stevie, the elements for liking the stream as well. I'm a little bit annoyed. I still haven't figured out where I visited. It's definitely on the west coast. Follow. Jesse Gallant is now following. Thank you. Welcome. It's good to have you. There's a whole lot of action here on the channel at the moment. And I mean overall, not this race. I mean just this week. This is the only event this week. But, just hang around. We'll have more racing coming up in the next couple of weeks when it all comes back. Does anyone want to buy me F1 2020? I really don't want to buy that bug-ridden mess of a game. But I do have to broadcast it soon. Hopefully someone puts it up for Marketplace or something on Facebook, because I do not want to pay full price for that game. I don't know about you guys. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there enjoying it, but yeah, I really don't want to... I don't want to buy it. I do not want to buy it. I really don't. My team looks okay, but I feel like all that is just whitewashing us for 2021, when even more DLC and more microtransactions make its way to the Formula 1 franchise. It's turning into grossness. Right. What's this is up to 6th place, which is good to see. Spec 1's there in 7th. He's being chased by GTCQ John. And Catch down in 9th. He's on the hards now, so the pace isn't quite as quick for Catch. Might be a little bit quicker for John though. He's on the hards himself, so John timed that well. Spec 1 on the medium tyre compound. Remember, they've all got to do 5 laps medium, 5 laps minimum on mediums and hards. Artistic can get a little bit of a gap. He's on the softs now. MSP's on the hard tyre for Dean Tisto and J-Mag. Soft for Carlin's fan. J-Mag, Jeeves at the front, still on softs. I think these front runners still need to take at least a medium or a hard. Just can't remember the order that they took. They've done a medium or a hard already. They've just got to do a slower. I think it's the hard. Robert says 2020 is pretty good. I use it as a brake. I mean, it is pretty good, but it's also pretty buggy. And I personally don't find it valuable at the moment. Not at its current price point. But that's economics. Everyone finds value in different things, and that's perfectly fine. I have come to accept that. As I get old and boring, and I start to realise maybe it's just I'm maturing a little bit, but I start to realise that we all enjoy different things and we all find value in different things. Some people will find value in a buggy, messy Formula 1 2020 game that I think is worth less than 20 bucks. Some people will pay 120 bucks, and some people have, because that's what they pay in Australia. Jackson, it's good to have you along, bro. You're on. Giving Jackson crap as well. Bautista, though, look at this overtake. He's just managed to orchestrate on one of the fastest drivers on the track right now. MSP, have a look at this. Look at again, Bautista just puts the power down. Sorry, where MSP can't on those hards. And it was just an easy overtake for our man, Bautista. Good to see. Doing the Puerto Rican E-Racing Club crowds here. Jackson's joined us. It's 11 o'clock in Australia on the eastern side of the country at least. 8 a.m. if you're in the west. So good morning, Australia. That means it's 9 p.m. on the eastern side of the States. Good evening, US. It's good to have you there for this 31 lap race, which we are near the end of now. It's 6 p.m. in Arizona. So, that explains a little bit why you're up at different hours, Josh. Because 6 p.m. isn't too late, actually. You've still got a fair bit of the evening to go. Our leader at the moment is Jeeves, but we think Jeeves needs to take fuel. Let's get a bit of an update, because we can look at the stats and look at it ourselves. Fuel level for Jeevesy, it is past quarter empty. Cards fan, I think he's full to the end of this race. It is 10:30 in Newfoundland. Come on, Robert, you'll know where I went. I was in your country. And who's this coming in? This is J-Mag. The vet doing well. I can't remember where I was. I was in Canada though. Oh, he's coming out in third place, J-Mag. Oh, Bautista. This could be Bautista's opportunity. Bautista has worked super hard tonight. His strategy has meant he's come from the back of the field. He does need to put in fuel though, so what does J-Mag have to do? Nothing. J-Mag just has to make it to the end now and do fuel. Little island to your big. We're both in the Commonwealth, so meet you at the Commonwealth Games, which does the United States and all those other countries have like a Commonwealth Games, but not a common, like their own Olympics. It's not the Olympics. Do you know what I mean? Because I always, like, as a kid, there was the Olympics, and then every other 2 years it was the Commonwealth Games. And it was sort of like a mini Olympics to lead up to the Olympics. Does the rest of the world do that? I don't know. I'm not into athletics big time, but I don't know. The Olympics was on when I was doing this tour. I think it was the London Olympics. Never really got to see any of it because, yeah, I was at sea. And you really don't get much TV at sea unless you've got your satellites all hooked up, and when you're working, you don't get to watch it. So usually it's DVDs on constant rotation. So Bautista now has Neen Tisto, his teammate, right up in behind him. And I think Bautista surely will let him go. Or are they going to work together here? No, he's going to let him go. They're going to let him go. It's going to be fourth place for Neen Tisto now. And Bautista there in fifth. And he'll be able to work that out. England's in the Commonwealth as well, guys. So I have to think about this country. I'm going to have a look at a map of the world. Because when I say it, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I know that place. I've probably never been there, but I know that place. So we're in the Pacific Ocean for like ever, and the scariest thing you'll ever do is if you're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean is, I can see it already. I was in Victoria That's where I went. Esquimalt and Victoria. That's where I was. Who's first and second? I don't care about that. Cody. First and second. No, it's still Jeevesy and Cards fan. They've been juking away at first and second now for a very long time. Sorry, I've got to put the I am not all there with it today. I don't know what it is. I do apologise. They're 12 seconds clear of J-Mag. But I don't know how Cards fan got so ahead. Let's have a look. I think Cards fan needs to put in a bit of fuel, but not a lot. But J-Mag, yeah. J-Mag could really steal the race here. Stop for fuel, Josh. Nice. Cards fan in the pits. We're waiting to see where this... Oh, this is going to be super tight. J-Mag is coming around the corner. Cards fan exits ahead of Jeeves, which we expected because of fuel. J-Mag still there in third. The gap has dropped to 6 seconds. One of them went on the mediums. Well, hards for Cards. Hards for Jeeves. It is sauce for J-Mag. So this is J-Mag's opportunity now. He can catch up. And the difference is only about 4 seconds. It was about 6 seconds just a few corners ago. So this chase is on. The DNA boys, they're rising up in anticipation because, well, J-Mag might steal a second place off Jeevesy, who's done so well today in the Ford GT. Through the rest of the field, Tisto's there in fourth, and Autista now has MSP on his rear. At his rear, at the aft. But I think Autista's on faster tyres. He's got to be careful not to run too wide. You saw him just lose a little bit of grip and a little bit of the Peugeot sideways. He lose time from that too much. SP though. It just looks like he's just calculated in precision with his racing line today. That's going to do MSP huge favours in the future, especially when the BOP in this game is set right when no one's playing it anymore. I don't know, BOP's always hard to get wrong, but I'm not sure if it's quite correct at the moment. MSP though in 6th place. This is him coming up on Autista. He's going to find space up on the inside. Oh, here we go. Oh, great move from MSP. Calculated, cool, calm and collected. Cool. MSP's happy with that one. That's 5th place for him, and he should be able to run away with that from here. Cards fan still leading this race, and J-Mag, he has dropped the gap. It is only a second now. Oh, but I'll tell you what, it was super cold when we went there. Super cold. So I'm just trying to find it. Where exactly did we stop? James's Bay. That might have been where we were. Oh my god, it was a foggy morning. I don't know, we rocked up at like 8 AM. We've been at sea for like, I don't know, 3 weeks. Hadn't had a shower in like, I had a shower, but I had to stand at the front of the ship, bring down the Australian one ensign. Oh, sorry, the Australian national flag, sorry. Is that the front? The blue one. When we came alongside. That was cold. That was cold. Yeah, I had pretty good times. I didn't do much in Victoria, but, you know. A lot of French-speaking Canadians with us, and I can't speak French. So I don't know what they were saying. No, they could speak English too, but they chose to speak French. So I guess they were saying lots of things. MSP, they're in 5th place. I was expecting MSP to do a little bit better, but I think these guys have really ticked the boxes today with strategy And with the final few laps to go, this is going to be a real race. J-Mag has taken third place away. I was blabbering on. Jeeves has fallen to third. This is Neen Tisto's opportunity now. Here we go, though. This is going to be Jeeves' time. He's going to have to block Neen Tisto. Otherwise, it's going to put J-Mag in the crosshairs. Oh, Jeeves can't do much more than what he's done. Those hard tyres that he's got on just aren't working for him. This is the replay. Just different lines, a little bit of a touch. I mean, you can't fault Nitisto for that. And he's away. Alrighty, so Jeeves falls to fourth. His Cards fan up the front. He's on hard compound tyres. We know they're slower. He's in the A and G. Let's see what he can do. J-Mag giving chase. This is going to be an exciting finish. I think Cards fan, if he can do this, he deserves a medal. Recognition of the feat. But I think J-Mag's going to be too quick in that vet especially. Here we go. Oh, I still can't get by this time round. So Cards fan will be looking forward, but he'll be glancing back ever so quickly because he can see J-Mag. That Corvette is filling up that rear vision mirror. Look how far he's already gone over to the right-hand side of the road. He's blocking any run. He's defending from J-Mag, who's going to be on dying soft tyres, but they're going to be quicker. Cards fan says he's in second, but as they run side by side up through the stadium section, he's in the inside line. This could be beneficial for Cards fan. He brakes a little bit later. It doesn't quite work out for him. And J-Mag with the inside at this turn, he comes out ahead, and Cards fan, his task will turn to Neen Tisto, who's there on his aft this time. I don't think Cards fan will be able to get back first place. He can definitely try, but it's going to be Neen Tisto's job now to improve on third. Oh, this is going to be very exciting. We're on the penultimate lap. Running out of fuel. Soft tyres also running out. It's fuel to the end, surely. And hard tyres for Cards fan. He's going to be running his last lap on them now. His last lap on them now. Tisto. No, what's at stake? Cards fan will know exactly what he has to do. It's a matter of pace. I think Neen Tisto's a little bit quicker, but the question Josh has put forward, can he get by? That is about to get answered here. We're on the last lap. Cards fan inside line this time. Neen Tisto will switch to the inside. I think this is going to be a lot quicker. Side by side again. Will he try to switch it and get back underneath? Cards fan stays on the outside because if he can get in around the outside and stay there, he would have the inside here, but just wasn't quick enough, and not surprisingly, Neen Tisto gets around him. As you can see, Cards fan, that's where Neen Tisto got him. And by this point, we're back on the same racing line. There wasn't any point. Just had to let it happen. So he's back into third. We're on the final lap. MSP's back in fifth. I don't know if anyone did 10 laps on softs. You'd have to ask them. Catch is there in 7th place. He's just ahead of John, who's now in 8th. Tyres now for Spec 1. And Lightspeed's in 10th. And Marcus is there in 11th. We do know the other two guys are still there. Marcus seems to have come to life at the end of this race too. It's just a pity he had that accident at the start, but it's going to be J-Mag at the end. Tisto is advancing on J-Mag, but with us on this final lap, it's going to be J-Mag's race to lose from here. We're on the last corner. We go around the final bend, and it is J-Mag across the line. He'll take the checkered flag from Tisto. And then it is our man, Cards Fan, in 3rd place. Good run from him. Jeevesy will take 4th. And it will be MSP who will finish inside the top 5 and get on the board for Rockefeller Racing today. Once you start from the Puerto Rican E-Racing Club, he will take 6th. It is Catch just ahead of GTCQ John. The gap 5/10 between them. And then it's Spec 1 and Lightspeed now coming through. Marcus is so close. Again, if Marcus in the GTR was given just another lap, he probably would have taken the position away from Lightspeed, but the checkered flag's out and it's 10th and 11th confirmed. There we go. Janoka and Love Juice does say DNF, but they did make it to the end. And it was a win for J-Mag today. He was on top form. And we now go to the interviews. We'll talk to them in just a second. But J-Mag takes out the win from Tisto, then Cards Fan, Jeeves, and MSP top 5. Was a great end to that race, actually. Let's talk to him. In Discord. J-Mag's here already. Interviews. We'll go to interviews. J-Mag never left the interview drivers meeting. Thank you, Josh, for liking the stream. Thank you to everyone else who's done that today. Don't forget, the more of you that do it, the more widespread the videos go. So if you are enjoying the racing here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow as well if you're on Facebook. And thanks to everyone that does that every week. And thanks to Zero again this week for $5 for the super chat donation. Absolute legendary if you're still around. Zero. There it was. That's what he did earlier. Just hitting the replay button. I also had Andrea in last week. Ryan, Bessie, Axel with the stars as well last week. Thank you very much, guys. And Fatega Food Truck. And Zero. Can't forget Zero again last week. He's gone back to back. Anyway, let's get interviews. Hey guys, well done. Congratulations. It's a great race.
Thank you. Good race, guys. Hearts fan and Tista. Good job, guys.
It was a
Thank you.
It was a chase for you at the end there, J-Mag. Did you think you were going to do it 5-6 laps out?
I tell you, I was actually a little bit sweating there in the last few laps. I came onto this thing with zero practice and taking some time off to attend to some family matters. But by gosh, man, I tell you, those last few laps, it's like, am I ever going to catch these guys? Like, what's going on? I couldn't tell if they had ever taken the hard tires or not. I kind of took a gamble and started on mediums, then immediately went to the hards, and then just did softs to the end, see how that would play out. I was hoping, if anything, I wouldn't deal with too much traffic, but I lost a good amount of time. on that hard stint, letting people by and trying to find the right places to let people through. It was tricky. So, but thankfully it all worked out in the end. My tires were just about dead when I was battling Cards fans. So great race from him. That was some hard racing. And then I look behind, like Nantista's there. I'm like, oh gosh. So even if I get by Cards fans, like now Nantista's getting me on my tail. So it was a I don't know how to say it other than it felt like I was in a spa room, getting sweated in those last few laps, So
Absolutely. Nantisto. Yeah, you just needed a couple of more laps and you probably would have had J-Mag. Maybe even one more lap and you would have had him.
Yeah, maybe. We're better, probably. It was a good race. Good job, J-Mag. Pretty good race. I knew he was coming back and he put his hard pretty soon, but I knew he would be at the end up front.
Now, no change of car for you, though. Sticking with
yeah, I like it. I'll stick with it till the end.
the VGT. Yeah, it's an
Yep.
interesting looking car, but it has the performance you need.
You made me switch,
Exactly.
Nantista. I needed something to keep up with your car. No, Porsche can't keep up with you.
Good job, man.
And yeah, Nantisto,
Thank
you were also playing the chasing game. I don't know. I didn't even expect you to probably get second there at the end, but on that last lap, it was obvious because of the pace you guys had. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, I
it
was
was a close call.
pushing really hard. I was pushing hard the last 5 laps to try to catch J-Mag, but it was hard. It was fast.
It was good to watch, and it was interesting to see the result. But Cards fan up the front for the most of the race, not at the end. I mean, you still got the podium though, so it's not all sad news.
Yeah, I think what I was trying to do is try to do a lot of laps on the softer tires and save the hards for the end, so that way I wouldn't get caught up in a lot of traffic and have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like J-Mag did for a good portion of it.
Yeah, and how do you think AMG goes against the likes of the Corvette now? Because there's a few guys who have changed to the Vet, AMG Vet straight line. I don't know. What are they like? Are they on par, or is the AMG still ahead?
I think the Vet's got a slight advantage of the Merc. The Merc's my favorite car, but
It's
I
been
need,
pretty
like I
strong
said, I need-
since the release of this game, I think.
yeah. But the Merc's come a little bit back down to earth, I think, with the last few months. So I needed something just a little bit more kick to keep up with, Mikey Mike and Nantista, because those cars are fast. And
Yeah.
fortunately, Porsche wasn't going to cut it. So I could have gone with the Viper, but in the end, I'm most comfortable with the Corvette. I've driven that car just about as much as the Merc. So those are my top 2 favorites.
Yeah, well, I've seen different cars go from top to bottom in an update, so it's not surprising to see the changes happen when they happen. But fantastic racing out there, guys, and another week gone. That's 5 rounds now. It's gone quick.
Thank you, as always, Josh, for what you
Thanks
do.
for having me.
That's good, guys. My pleasure, and we'll see you round 6. I haven't checked the race calendar, but I'm sure it's at another crazy. Not what I'm gonna have a look now, because I don't know if you guys have looked. Catalonia, Nurburgring. It is Fuji, so it's all going to be straight line there at Fuji. That's going to be interesting.
Looking forward to it.
I am too. Trust me.
Yep. See you there, man. Ciao, guys.
All right, I'll let you guys go, and yeah, we'll talk later.
Take care, Josh.
Thank you. And guys, that is it. So we're at Fuji for round 6, but it is GTC2 next week. I know GTC3 are shouting out for a stream. I'm looking into stuff, guys, but I've only got so much energy in a week. But at the moment, with not so much going on, maybe I should harden up and get in there. Anyway, that is it. That is GTC1. We've got GTC2 next week, same time. I'll try and get I'll update the calendar this week for the times anyway. If you need the calendar, the stream calendar, it's on denver1garage.com. But apart from that, guys, thanks for everything. Thanks for being here. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for following. Thanks for the donations. And we'll see you next week with GTC2. Thanks, Jeeves. That was fun. And Arthur, and Josh, and Stevie, and everyone else. Have a good night. Bye-bye. That was the wrong button I hit there. That was Bathurst. So, anyway, goodbye.